Hello and welcome back to the 2019 Pokemon Duel World Cup. Today we have a Group B matchup between Peru and Malaysia. Last week, Malaysia finished with a tie against the number 2 rated team in India. Meanwhile, Peru coming off a 4-2 win versus Italy. What's up, guys? Earl Gaming YT come back with another Pokemon Duel World Cup matchup today. We have Peru versus Malaysia. A little bit of what's at stake here. Peru, with a win, will clinch a spot in the quarterfinals. Malaysia, with a win, will have a very good opportunity to clinch a spot in the quarterfinals. Let's look at our first matchup here. We have GL Achilles versus MY NC778. We got Achilles in the top in blue and 778 in red. Quickly, Achilles brings out his Celebi, countered by the Keldeo, and a miss for that Keldeo. But the Rocky Helmet helps out 778 there, as this game could be, over quick, but nope. He switches with his Zoroark against the Necrozma. Decent amount of purple, but he lands as white versus the cross counter, knocking out the Necrozma. This could be danger here for Achilles. He will long throw, though, the Necrozma, as Fracture comes on up, gets stopped by the Vibrating Sound. A double chance with the Necrozma up against the Zoroark. And he lands the Moongeist Beam this time versus the Sucker Punch, which turned to a white. Our Necrozma's ability here, as NC778 brings out Kangaskhan, countered by Kangaskhan here. Double Edge, so both of them are dead. Then we have a Curly versus Kabuskin matchup here, which could be interesting. And a good matchup for 778. As a miss, first off, he needs to land a miss again in order for Curly to evolve. He will land the white, though, as Kabuskin will now become Blaziken here for 778. Malaysia coming off a tie against India. Very happy for them, because that's a very difficult opponent in India. And they were favored to possibly make the championship. So, defending champs force a tie against them in the first round. You can't be upset with that if you're Malaysia. As Achilles moves his Celebi to the entry point. A Z-move attack here by Keldeo, as he'll knock out the Lucario here. Quick goal block here by Achilles with the Celebi. The attack on Keldeo, and he'll knock out the Keldeo with the Kangaskhan. So a good move there by Achilles, getting that Kangaskhan away from that goal point. He will attack, and once again a double edge, so both the Kangaskhan's go out. He's going to hurdle jump with the Gengar. He might activate the Mega Gengar next turn. Why do we have a... Alright, we had a pause for some reason. As this Moonblast versus the cross counter will not get it done. As that'll surround kill the Vibrava. As Achilles brings out his Lucario, going right after the Zoroark, getting the knockout there. Huge play by Achilles. Achilles, one of the better players in the game. He's finished in the top 10 a few times. As the Aurora Sphere goes down for Achilles here in the Lucario. So a knockout here of the Fracture. He'll take the entry point with the Lucario. As 778 brings out his Kangaskhan, countered by the Kangaskhan. A Z move going down as he'll knock out. Kangaskhan will knock out Kangaskhan. So that's our third Kangaskhan matchup, which will banish him for right now, for the moment. A Z move going down here. Achilles needing that. Aurora Sphere does not get it. The Hydro Vortex versus the Mist, which would have been a dodge. But with those Z moves, they eliminate the blue. Kangaskhan will go press up against the Chaldea. As the confused Necrozma lands the dodge there, that could have been a knockout. Once again, going up against him, and another dodge. He's going to go after him with the Chaldea, with the Kirlia, and get an Evo here, the Super Psy. And get the Gallade. So a nice little evolution here as that Kangaskhan comes back. And probably, no, he does not attack with the Gallade. As the Zora could use Illusion here, they do. The Psychic Blade versus the Sucker Punch, so a knockout there for Gallade. As the Kangaskhan will attack into the Gallade, he'll then teleport, which will take over the entry point. He'll activate Mega Gallade here. He'll move 2 spots away, attack, and get the teleport though. And an unexpected error here. And I do not know who won. But we'll head into our second game. I know the final score of this game, so I'll be able to determine who got the point at some point in this match. But we head on to game 2 there. Sorry about not knowing the winner of that matchup. RJ quickly moves out with the Marshadow, and he brings out the Vibrava to counter that. Vibrava has been used an awful lot during this tournament. He is a Dragon type too, so he could work good with Dragon decks. Banette brought out, kind of by Kangaskhan, brought out Fracture, and then he brings out the Lucario. Gold Block. Why would you? Oh wait, the yep. He brings out the Primal Kyogre, which will not go up against the Kangaskhan. He'll activate Mega Lucario here, Demon. So he'll go up against the Banette. Banette hoping for that. Ooh, Destiny Bond could have been nice if he landed the gold. Will he go after the Banette again? He will. Hoping for that Aurora Sphere. He will get the Aurora Sphere too. So the knockout there by Mega Lucario. Very nice for Demon, being the first knockout of the game. As he will just max revive that Banette and put it right back up against the Lucario. I don't know if I would have made that move because he can easily just double chance, go right after him again. And that's exactly what happens, as he will not get the knockout. He'll real spin and land the dodge. So what would have been a tie there ends up being a dodge. So basically another tie. He'll bring out his Sableye. As another attack will go down here. The Imprison versus the Aurora Sphere, but I think the Mega Lucario is going to run out of moves here. And he'll just go back to regular Lucario. Double chance by Primal Kyogre here, going up against the Kangaskhan. He'll land the dodge. As he'll land the white here. As he'll activate the Shattered Psyche here. He'll go up against the... Ooh, as the Fracture lands the Guillotine and knocks him out. So the Z move to no prevail there for Demon. As he'll slide over with the Haxorus. Mega Lucario going down. He'll go and attack the Haxorus. And the Aurora Sphere is going to knock out the Haxorus here. So not what RJ wanted here. As he'll slide up with Primal Kyogre. It's going to be attack. No attack by Mewtwo here. As the knockout here by... No knockout. Yes, knockout. By Banna here against the Mega Lucario. By one attack, that Sableye ends up winning the spin for RJ, as he'll go right after that Mewtwo, and he'll imprison the Psychic Shove. So that could be a lot of miss. He also could activate the Mega Mewtwo, I believe. He's going to activate the Shattered Psyche and go right after that Primal Kyogre, hoping to land Origin Pulse here. He will not, as he will get knocked out here by the Mewtwo. And Mewtwo will be able to move 3 spaces. He'll activate the Hydro Vortex here with that Kyogre and go up against the Mewtwo here. For a lot of miss. Basically, this is an automatic win here. The 262 versus the miss that would have been a Psychic Shove. But that was imprisoned. So RJ controlling this game right now. And the imprison there, Kangaskhan could not have gotten knocked out because of his ability. So that's a good attack there by Demon. He'll move on up with that Sableye. But once again, that won't be able to knock out the Kangaskhan because it's a ghost type. He's going to have to get that Sableye probably next to that Vibrava if he wants it to do anything here. That's exactly what he's going to do. Force that Kangaskhan to have to go after the Kyogre or bring out a Mew, which he's going to scoop up with the Marshadow, which that's a great matchup up against Mew. He will go after the Vibrava with the Sableye. 2 1-star purple attacks will not get the job done, as actually this Kangaskhan can go have a field day now going up against 2 ghosts, so he can't be knocked out. So that does not knock him out. Oh, it does. Alrighty then. I don't know what I missed there. As the Lucario will go up against the Lunala, and 2 1-star purple attacks with the Will-O-Whirl versus the Aurora Sphere, so nothing will happen there. He'll go after the Mew with the Marshadow, but a Shuttle Flip versus the Shadow Sneak. So he could move, but he's not going to. Shattered Psyche will go down. This is actually a very good move, because now he'll be able to take the entry point and get the surround kill and be threatening game. So it's a very good move there by Demon. Surround kill the Lunala and be threatening game here. He does have the goal block, which he will goal block with the Kyogre, as Mew will go right after him, hoping he lands that. Alright, that's not a big deal there for Demon, as the Shuttle Flip is basically a dodge. It is a dodge. It's a blue. As he brings that Banna, RJ brings out here, as Demon slides down with the Lucario. Haxorus meets the Lucario, and it's going to be an attack here with Mew. And the Hypersonic will go down. He'll slide and go. He won't be able to attack this turn. The Guillotine versus the Psychic, so a very nice attack there for RJ, as he will get rid of that Mew. As he'll attack and he'll land Confuse Ray. So that'll confuse the Vibrava, but doesn't knock him out yet. Very good matchup here so far. We'll have an attack here. Another Confuse Ray going down. As we have another error. I don't know who won this game either. All right, so we had 2 errors here in the first 2 games. So I don't know who won any of them. As we head to game 3 with it being a tie 0-0 at the moment. We have Hambar versus Eder. Hambar starts out by moving out his Mew, countered by the Marshadow, and another Vibrava. So we're seeing a ton of Vibravas to stop the rush here. Banette will go to Mega Banette here, which could be dangerous right off the start, taking the entry point. Primal Kyogre moves out defensively as he'll bring out the Banette. And that'll be countered by Palpio. Another Banette. So a triple Banette here, run by Eder. Slide Primal Kyogre defensively there as he brings up Marshadow, stopped by the Vibrating Sound. As he moves in defensively with Zoroark. Brings out the Gardevoir, again attacked by the Palpio versus the Banette and gets the knockout. That'll not evolve. That's something you put in, but you never evolve. Because you want him for only his ability. Phantom Sphere going down with Marshadow as he plays defense with the Primal Kyogre. As the Palpio once again is going to go with the attack here. And he'll land the Sing, putting the Banette to sleep. But I don't think that'll last long because that Gardevoir is right there that can wake him up. Or he can max revive the other Banette and use that to wake him up too. And he'll get attacked again. So as long as he can land that white, that can be good. But he lands the dodge versus a big miss. Mega Banette goes down. But where do you put it? They go for the surround kill here. So the Kamikaze with the Mega Banette. So basically a plate to kill someone. I don't know if I would have made that move myself, but as we get a Z move here with Mew to knock out that Marshadow. Basically get it out of the way. And also Mew can move 3 spots. This will give Mew ability to move up a little bit here. And can take an entry point next turn. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He'll move up with the Banette, which could be countered by that Lucario and getting an attack off. But no, he does not attack. Brings the Marshadow out. Now Hambar has to block off that surround kill possibility, which he does with that Zoroark. He will recycle here. So that's where he gets all those Mega Banettes from. So Mighty Sphere going down for Hambar here. As he'll max revive out the Banette, and the Phantom Sphere allows him to bring it right on the board with that Marshadow on the entry point. As the Imprison versus the Aurora Sphere. So the Aurora Sphere is going to become a miss now, which gives Eder a huge advantage trying to knock out that Lucario. As they'll Z-move with the Shattered Psyche up against Mew here. He needs the miss or the white, and that's exactly what he'll get. Hypersonic would not have done anything. And this will also allow the Gardevoir to move 3 spots, possibly bring him to an attacking position. That's exactly what he'll do. So go after the Bannet with the Lucario that was just imprisoned. Interesting move there. Not a smart one. Interesting though. He will activate Mega Bannet here though, just to take the entry point. He cannot surround kill it though, because that'll just allow Gardevoir to walk on the goal. Air Balloon with the Vibrava. Now will he will bring over his Bannet, trying to go for a knockout here possibly, as he'll have to force the Vibrava over right next to the Primal Kyogre. He'll double chance here with the Bannet. Illusion, but he will not switch him out. Origin Pulse versus a knockoff. He will respin. Once again with the knockoff. No one's going to go to the bench though. No one landed blue. He'll go after the Bannet here. Or the Marshadow. Dodge versus dodge, so nothing's going to go down here. As he will surround kill himself, the Marshadow surround killing the Zoroark, getting the knockout. And possibly a surround kill next turn, or possibly taking both entry points next turn for Eder. Tectonic Rage, and knocks out the... Ooh, that's a very nice move. It knocks out the poke. I should put Vibrava on my team. As that'll knock out the Pokemon, knock out the Bannet. As he'll bring his Mew out and attack. Hoping for a knockout, he'll get the Destiny Bond, so both the Mew and the Bannet will be knocked out here. Very hard-fought game so far. 3 hard-fought games that have gone a decent distance. He'll activate the Mega Gardevoir, maybe going for the banish of that Vibrava. Warpole, which will switch out the Vibrava for the Lucario. Bringing out the Palpio. He'll max revive out a Bannet. Go right up against that Palpio. Does he attack? No, I wouldn't expect him to either. He could activate a Mega Bannet, but he just chooses not to. Air Balloon with Vibrava there, moving to the right. As that'll force the Bannet to play a little bit of defense there. Keep in mind, Eder does have a Z move all saved up. Just waiting for the right time as the Palpio gets the knockout there. Knocking out the Bannet. You don't put in the Browning. It's sad that the pre-evolution is better than the evolution. As the Super Psy up against the 101 attack, which will end in no knockouts there. We'll move Gardevoir over. Pokemon switch with Vibrava and Palpio. Twinkle Tackle going down by Gardevoir up against the Primal Kyogre, which is a 4-star purple, which will automatically, I think, send him to the bench, right? Yes. So a move forcing him to goal block. So this could be big. Handbar having to spend one of his goal blocks. And another error. I should really write down the winner so I can tell you who wins these games. Because now we're heading to game 4. As we have Topar, who played last week as well, going up against Apravan. Topar starts by bringing out his Marshadow, Countered by that fracture. Slides over with the Primal Kyogre, and that brings out Banette. And he brings out the Vibrava, another Vibrava, so very popular figure this during this World Cup. So he brings out his Lucario up against the other Lucario. Lunala goes out to the left side there. He activates the Mega Rayquaza. Up against the Lunala or the Vibrava, though, is the question. Both are good matchups for the Mega Rayquaza. He will go up against the He will attack, and he will get the knockout. So nice knockout there for Mega Rayquaza and Apervin. Lucario Knight going down. Yes, the Aurora Sphere gets the knockout. So Mega Lucario knocks out Lucario. Sounds about right. As a Drifloon goes out right in front of the Mega Lucario. He'll use that as an opportunity to Air Balloon over and have to attack the Fracture. As the Bullet Punch will go down. As this is threatening game here for Topar now. This will be a good time to move up with that Marshadow. Forcing him maybe to Gold Block. A will Gold Block. And probably will take the entry point with Marshadow. No, he'll go right after the Drifloon here. And he'll Roar Sphere. As he will Roar Sphere the Rayquaza away. Great move there by Topar. As he'll have to activate the Mega Banna, and maybe he'll take the entry point with that Marshadow. No, he'll bring out. That could be a good move there too, bringing out the Vibrava. And putting Kangaskhan right behind him. He'll double chance with the Drifloon, hoping for that takeaway. He'll get it, but it goes up against a dodge. So no takeaway there. Topar will max survive out his Lunala and probably bring up the left side. There it is. Slides over with the Lucario. Brings up with Lunala here, so this could be very threatening here as he puts the Shaman on top of the entry point, which could be dangerous, so he has to knock him out so he doesn't have a unlimited Mega. As he will knock him out with that X Speed Psychic up against the Healing Flowers. Z move, corkscrew crash. And no, he won't be able to use it there. Tectonic Rage going down as that will knock out the Lucario automatically. That's a great Z move for Vibrava. That's probably why he's so used in these tournament games. And his ability is paying off really well as he'll bring up the Vibrava. As he'll land the Will-O-Wisp. So that'll burn him as he can't go for the surround kill. He'll long throw that Rayquaza out there. He'll bring the Vibrava up, and this could be game soon. He has to somehow find a way to knock out. As an Aurora Sphere could be good game right now. He will land it. Now he'll be able to do a double surround kill with his Marshadow, and this could be it. Moves his Marshadow right in between, and a double knockout. That'll win the game here for Topar and Peru, as Peru takes a 1-0 lead here in Game 4, as crazy as that sounds. We head to Game 5, as we have Gohan from Peru and my ace from Malaysia as a speed team. Yep, that's my ace. Running that double Zoroark, Rotom, Poipole, and speed Deoxys brings out the Poipu. This game could be over very quick. Double Poipu brings out the Pheromosa. He'll go down with the Poipu. He'll go block with the Pheromosa. Go down with the other Poipu. And this is dangerous already. He'll attack into the Poipu. He'll land the Ultra Portation. I can't speak. As he'll just simply move back to the entry point. This will force him to go block with the Speed Dio. And he'll activate Mega Gengar, which I don't think he'll be allowed to illusion then. No, he's not. Lands the Toxic versus the 41. So my ace could be in trouble here. Springs out the Zoroark. Once again, the Toxic, so that Dio is just surviving right now at best. Rocky Helmet with the Rotom going up against that Dio, against the Gengar. He'll move away from the Speed Dio, go right up against the Rotom, but nothing will happen there. As that'll give him a chance to bring out that Zoroark, possibly. Or he'll double chance with the Zoroark, going for the cross counter versus his white attack, the Abyssal Grip. He lands a Night Daze versus the dodge, so nothing's going to happen here with that dodge. He'll land the Toxic versus the Toxic, and Mega Gengar's Toxic is better than his, so this could be, you'll have to try to Pokemon Switch. Washing Machine. Have to try to get the knockout here unless that Gengar can simply hop over the Poipole and knock him out. Have to attack here. He doesn't. I don't think he noticed. And this is game. The Ultra Portation will be able to put him right next to the Pheromosa, get the surround kill, and my ace wins this for Malaysia. So going to Game 5, I'm going to put it at 2-2 because I know the final score. But what's going to happen this last game? Will Peru get the win? Will Malaysia get the win? Will they tie? We'll find out. Coming up, Game 6. Here we go. As we got one of the best players in the tournament here going down. We have Joffrey versus D. Gary, the best non-American, Japanese, or Indian player in this tournament. As he'll start by the Mighty Sphere. He'll counter the Vibrava with the Blaziken. He'll bring out a Lunala here. Will he bring the Marshadow up and force him to goal block? He will not. He'll goal block with the Lunala, and Joff will do the same thing. As Gary brings out his Vibrava. So a lot of Vibravas here. He'll double chance with the Sableye. Try to go for the gold attack here. As he will get the knockout. Exactly what he wanted. Brings up with the Mew. Takes the entry point with Sableye. Max revives Sableye here, so now they're back at full strength. It was right after the Mew, and he'll get the knockout here. Hypersonic versus Shadow Sneak. And with Marshadow's ability, gets put down to 9 attack. As he brings down the Abra quickly, Gary notices, and he brings out the Primal Kyogre. He'll go for the attack on the Lunala with the Sableye. To go for some type of confusing or something, but he goes the Moongeist Beam versus the Will-O-Wisp. So a knockout there for Joff. As he brings back the Marshadow. A Pokemon switch, the Poliwrath. The attack here is he'll land the teleport. So this actually won't work. I don't think the blue will work up against the Lunala. Doesn't land it anyway this first time. Does he land it the second time though? No, he does not. And that'll get him surround killed. So Gary survives that attack and lands the Cyclone Kick against the Poliwrath, but that Poliwrath does his job, confusing the Blaziken. He brings up the Primal Kyogre, and we lose connection. Luckily, I know the final score of the game, and what ends up happening here is Peru and Malaysia, they tie at 3. So unfortunately, we lost connection there to the side sync at the end, but that is the game. Peru versus Malaysia. Final score 3-3. Peru now has 4 points, 1 win, no losses, and 1 tie. Malaysia has 2 points with no wins, no losses, and 2 ties. As Malaysia will be going up against they'll be going up against Italy next round, and Peru will be going up against India next round. That is going to do it for this matchup of the Pokemon Duel World Cup. I want to thank you guys for watching. Catch you next time.